Good morning, all of you. Welcome to ABN and PRR College of Science online classes. In the offline classes, we already discussed differential equation solvability in several kinds in unit 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are in fifth unit. Fifth unit in the last method is variation of parameters. This method, why we are calling this as variation of parameters. Generally, what is the general solution of higher order linear differential equations? If it is second order or say third order, that is nothing but in the form of y is equal to yc plus yp. That is complementary function plus particular integral. Similarly, in this method, we have to find the complementary function and particular integral. Suppose, let us consider second order equation as a double derivative of y with respect to x plus p into derivative of y with respect to x plus q into y is equal to a continuous function r of x. Let it be 1. For this equation, if we consider homogeneous equation and find the complementary function yc as c1 second order equation, then we have two roots, then we have two constants in the complementary function. Let them be c1 c2 and the yc as in the form of c1 into u plus c2 into v. If this is the complementary function of homogeneous equation of 1, we can find the particular integral in this method as yp is equal to changing the constants in the yc as a and b, c1 c2 are changed as a and b respectively. Then the form of yp is as a into u plus b into v. What is a? This is a parameter. What is this value? This is an integral. How we can find this integral? That is minus integral. A value is minus integral v into the right side function r of x by u into derivative of v minus derivative of u into v. This is the value of parameter a. And another parameter b value is as integral, another integral u into r by u into derivative of v minus derivative of u into v. These parameters are inserted in the complementary function. That means by changing the constants and that's why this method is called variation of parameters. కాన్స్టెంట్స్ని మారుస్తూ పారామీటర్ని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేస్తూ పర్టికులర్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ని కడుతున్నాం కనుక ఈ పద్ధతిని వేరియేషన్ ఆఫ్ పారామీటర్స్ అని అంటున్నారు. ఓకే, ఈ మెథడ్ని క్వశ్చన్లో సాల్వ్ ద క్వశ్చన్ బై యూజింగ్ ఓన్లీ వేరియేషన్ ఆఫ్ పారామీటర్స్ మెథడ్ అని అన్నట్లయితేనే సాల్వ్ చేయాలి, లేకపోతే మనం ఈ పద్ధతిని ఉపయోగించకూడదండి. రిమెంబర్ దిస్, very easy. But if the question is asked to solve by using this method, then only you attempt the question in this method. Okay, let us consider some more examples by using this methods. I have already given you notes in the group, WhatsApp group. Please note the notes and ask the questions, whatever you have doubts, and clear it. First question, let us take second order equation d square plus a square into y is equal to tan ax. ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ మనం చేస్తున్నాము. అలా ఈ పద్ధతిలో చేయండి అని ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్ అడిగితే మనం ఏ విధంగా చేయాలో ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. జనరల్ మెథడ్ మీకు తెలుసు కదండి. కాంప్లిమెంటరీ ఫంక్షన్ ఎలా కట్టాలి, ప్రొసీజర్ సిస్టమేటిక్గా ఎలా రాయాలి అది నోట్స్లో కూడా ఇచ్చినాను. అలా అవుట్లైన్స్ ఒకసారి చెప్తాను చూడండి. హౌ ఈజ్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈక్వేషన్ దట్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ డి ఇంటూ వై ఆపరేటర్ ఫామ్లో రాసుకోవాలి. వాట్ ఈజ్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ డి? దిస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ డి స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఏ స్క్వేర్ and r of x is given as in this problem tan ax. Case 1, let us find the complementary function yc. కాంప్లిమెంటరీ ఫంక్షన్ కట్టాలి అంటే ఈక్వేషన్ 1కు ఉన్నటువంటి హోమోజీనియస్ ఈక్వేషన్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద హోమోజీనియస్ ఈక్వేషన్? ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ డి ఇంటూ వై ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0కి సంబంధించిన ఆక్సిలరీ ఈక్వేషన్ని రాసుకోవాలి. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆక్సిలరీ ఈక్వేషన్? f of m is equal to 0. Then what is f of m? F of d is this. Then f of m is replacing d by m. We have f of m is m square plus a square is equal to 0. This is the auxiliary equation. Find the roots. How many roots for this equation? The degree of m is 2. That's why we have 2 roots. M square is equal to minus a square. To find the root, we have introduced imaginary number I square value is -1. That's why we have write like this. M square is equal to I into a whole square. From this, what is the value of m? Value of m is plus or minus I into a. Which kind of roots are these? The roots are followed by I, that is imaginary number. That's why these roots are nothing but complex roots. And how is it? How they are? They are nothing but unequal. The roots are complex and unequal. By taking algorithm 1 and the unit 3, complementary function can be written as yc is equal to e power 0x into, because it is in the form of x plus iy. Real part is 0 here and imaginary part is a. E power a x place లో మనకి 0 ఉంది కనుక ఆర్ ఏ ప్లేస్లో 0 ఉంది అండ్ ఇమాజినరీ పార్ట్ ఈస్ ఏ. c1 cos ax plus c2 sin ax. That means yc value is, rewriting this clearly, c1 into cos ax plus c2 into, because e power 0x is 1, this value is like this, sin ax. This is the complementary function yc for the given problem. If you have the knowledge of finding yc, then only we can find particular integral for this problem by using this method. Coming to the second case, what is the second case? In the case 2, let us find finding the particular integral yp. That is, yp is equal to, what is the format? Is nothing but a into u plus b into v. What is u and v? U is cos ax, v is sin dx. That is nothing but, they are nothing but coefficient of c1 is u, coefficient of c2 is nothing but sin ax is v. Some people asked in group how we can find v. That is nothing but coefficients. c1 యొక్క కోఎఫిషియంట్ని u కింద అండ్ c2 యొక్క కోఎఫిషియంట్ని v కింద కన్సిడర్ చేద్దాం. Then we have the format is like this. Now we have to find the parameters a and b. What is a? You have to remember the formula, that is minus integral v into r by u into v dash minus u dash into v. Dash means derivatives. U into derivative of v minus derivative of u into v. First let us find the denominator value, then only we can go through the finding. Integral u into derivative of v minus u derivative into v is equal to u value is cos ax into derivative of v. What is the derivative of sin ax? That is a cos ax. Sin ax derivative is cos ax plus cos ax into the derivative of ax is a minus derivative of u. U means cos ax. What is the derivative of cos ax? Minus sin x. Minus of minus plus sin ax into the derivative of ax is a into v. What is v? Is sin ax. Finally, this value is, if we common the value a in the two terms, cos square ax plus sin square ax. This is an identity. This value is 1. That's why the total value of denominator is obtained as a. The denominator value is a. Hence, let us find the value of. So the value of a is equal to minus integral v into r by u into derivative of v minus derivative of u into v. Let us replace all those values whatever we had already marked. V value is sin ax and r value is tan ax. And what is the denominator value we obtained? That is, the value is nothing but a. Let us find out this integral by known formulas. Sin ax. What is tan ax? We can write it as sin ax by cos ax. Into, with respect to x, we are considering integration here. Sin ax into sin ax, sin square ax by cos ax. How can we write sin square ax? We have already sin square ax plus cos square ax is equal to 1. From this, sin square ax can be written as 1 minus cos square ax by cos ax. Now observe this. A minus b by c can be written as, yes, 1 a by c, that is 1 by cos ax minus b by c. Cos square ax by cos ax is cos ax. Okay, right. 1 by cos ax means, 1 by cos ax means, it is nothing but, what is 1 by cos ax? Is secant ax. Let us take this as two integrals because we have minus here. Splitting integral here. Minus of minus plus 1 by a integral cos ax. Straight formula we have. Secant ax integration value is, two formulas are there. We can use simple formula. Secant ax, logarithm of secant ax plus tan ax by the derivative of ax is a. This is the first integral value, plus 1 by a into second integral value is cos ax integration. Yes, plus sin ax by a. This is the value of parameter, first parameter a. You want to simplify it, can do it as minus 1 by a square into logarithm of secant ax plus tan ax plus 1 by a square into sin ax. This is the value of parameter a, and let us find the parameter b. What is b? Formula is integral u into r by uv dash minus u dash b. This is equal to, what is u? What is u? This is cos ax. In the yc, we have u value is cos ax into r value is tan ax by this denominator value is a. Already find out. Now tan ax value is sin ax by cos ax. Cos ax get cancelled. Then the value of b is equal to, what is this value? 1 by a into integral sin ax with respect to x. That is 1 by a into sin integration value is minus cos ax by a. This value is cos ax minus cos ax by a square. This is the value of b. Now, what is the particular integral? By using this method, yp is nothing but a into u plus b into v. This is the yp value by using this method. Already we have a here, that is particular integral yp is equal to, u value is cos ax. Let us multiply each term with cos ax of a and plus b into v. What is b? Plus b. B value is minus, plus of minus, minus 1 by a square cos ax into v. V value is sin ax. On observation, last two terms having opposite sign and the same term present in this yp. That's why yp consisting only single term. By cancelling last two terms, that is 1 by a square into cos ax. Before you have to write any function before logarithm. So cos ax into logarithm of secant ax plus tan ax. This is the yp value. General solution, you know that final case, third case, general solution findings. General solution is y is equal to yc plus yp. Replacing these two values, whatever we find it in case 1 and case 2, replace those values and we get the solution of given equation. Remember that once the question is asked to solve the given equation by using only variation of parameters, then only you attempt the question in variation of parameters. Similarly, you can do the same sum. We had solved here d square plus a square into y is equal to tan ax. Instead of a, you may take 2. That means you solve same question as d square plus 4 into y is equal to 4 tan 2x. Then you understand the formulas well. Okay? Right.